Hi, welcome to Auntie Nat's Crochet. Thank you for choosing this video. Allow me to teach you how to play with yarn. Do subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is at this corner of the video, and it will mean the world to me. And do check out my other videos too. They're all as informative and fun to learn as this video. And today I'm gonna make a pot of sunflower, a mini pot of sunflowers. The sunflower pattern is in my earlier post, so are the leaves. So for this particular video, I'm just doing the pot, and I'm going to use cotton yarn, cotton yarn, and I'm going to use 3.5 mm hook with this cotton yarn. I might start to do a crochet vlog too. The crochet vlog will also be in this same channel, so if you're interested in watching silent vlog, I will post some of it soon. Hope you stay tuned, so do subscribe so you know when I'm going to post what. I'm going to keep you informed. Okay, now let's start. Okay, we're going to start by making a magic circle. In the magic circle, you pull up a loop, make a knot. So inside this knot, I'm going to do 8 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So after 8 single crochet, you pull this and shut it, shut the hole, and you go to the first stitch. If you're not sure where's the first stitch, you can count this X shape. Sorry, not X shape, it's V shape. You can count this V shape here. From here you count back, you will find that this is the first stitch. So in this first stitch, and I do a single crochet, I'm gonna add a marker to remind myself that this is my first stitch. Then in the second stitch, I'm going to do 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. So 3 single crochet into the same stitch. So in the middle of this 1, 2, 3, in the middle, put a marker to tell me that this is the corner. We're going to turn this round shape into a square shape. So here, the next one, we're going to do 1 single crochet. The following stitch, we're going to do 3 single crochet again. 1, 2, 3. So these 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, the middle one, we're gonna add a marker again. This is our another corner. The next stitch, I'm going to do single crochet. The following stitch again, 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, and in this 3, the middle one, you're gonna add a marker again, and this is the last set. Single crochet, followed by the next stitch, 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Same thing, you're gonna add a marker. So here you can see we have 4 corners. This is going to be a square. You can actually make it into a rectangle as well, but this time round I'm doing it as a square. It's a square base pot. Okay, now the next stitch here, this starting stitch here, we're gonna do 1 single crochet. I'm gonna add back my marker to remind myself this is the first stitch, in case when we end it, we end here. So the next stitch, when there's no marker, it's a single crochet, and there is a marker. It's going to be 3 single crochet into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. Always go to the stitch next to it. This is the middle one. This is 1, 2, 3 into the same stitch. Add a marker in the middle stitch. So from here to here there will be 3 stitches. Of course we haven't counted this yet. So here as of now there will be 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 single crochet. Now we come to this corner again. We're gonna make 3 single crochet into the same stitch. And the middle one, we're gonna add a marker. And again, here you will have 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. So you see this first row. Second row, we have like 1 single crochet between the 2 corners. Now we have 3. And the following row, we're gonna have 5, and then 7, and then 9. So it depends how big you want the square to be. So you just continue to build your square up to the length that you want. Mine is gonna be a small pot, so I'm not gonna make many rows. One, 2, 3. And we come back to the starting point. So now you see 1, 2, 3. We are on the 3rd row. I am going to do only 4 rows. So every corner, do 3 single crochet into the same stitch. And remember to add a marker in the middle stitch. Let me see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So long I have 5 here. That means between this corner to this corner you're gonna have 5 stitches, and here 5, 5, 5. You're gonna have 20, and 3, 6, 9, 12. So you're gonna have 32. So once I reach here, I'm gonna stop. So I do not need this corner anymore. If you want to make it bigger, you can continue. Just make sure every corner you do 3 single crochet into the same stitch. do we stop? We stop here. Okay, so by the time we reach here, I'm going to do a single crochet only on the back loop. Since this is going to be a pot, so I don't really mind this line here because this will be the base, so not really noticeable, so I just leave it as it is. So you do single crochet only on the back loop. When you reach the corner, no increase, just single crochet. And by now, this part will bend this way. So if you want your pot to be bigger, you can go ahead and do a few more rounds before you do this single crochet on the back loop. So once you come back to this marker, this is our starting point and also our ending. So now we're going to do single crochet on both loops. And this is the time you're going to do single crochet all around. You just go round and round and round until you come to the length that you want. As for me, I'm doing 8 rows of it. So just now is my first row. I mean, when building this way up, this is my first row. So now the second row. So I'm going to do 8 rows. So I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of row 8. Okay, I'm at the end of the row. I did 8 rows, depending how tall you want the pot to be. So I'm going to cut the yarn. And I'm going to hide this tail inside the pot. So this part here will kind of lock it, and I'm going to tie a knot with the tail from the magic circle, so I don't have to go work my way around. Oh yeah, and just now when we are doing this square, you do exactly one more, exactly the same in brown, because this is going to be the soil. I'm gonna be here and we're gonna sew it around the second stitch, not way top, slightly below, so that the soil is kind of like inside the pot. So now we're gonna arrange the flowers here, the leaves and the flowers. The flower, the pattern is in another post. I'll share in the description box below. I'll share the link to this flower and the leaves. Okay, now so happen this few I didn't leave a long tail. I forgot. So I just I'll just randomly pull this over first. Just grab the tail, move it across to the other side. Okay, so normally I start with one corner. So once you have this corner in there, you tie a knot with the magic circle. Okay, just tie a knot first, then randomly, I do not have a plan actually, I'll just randomly put leaves here and there. So here, there's another one here. You just randomly put first, and I'll show you how I'm gonna straighten all these leaves that has curled up. Some of it curl up nicely. I mean, it's kinda natural curl. I mean, normal leaves curl up too. And you just tie a knot. Let me see, here, maybe I should have one more here. Oh, not too near the soil outside. Okay, you just randomly put them like this. Then I have a smaller leaf here, maybe here. You just pull them over the soil first. I'll go grab an independent yarn later. Oh, I see. This one has two tails. And I also forgot to leave a tail for the flower. It's okay. We still can do it. So you just tie a knot here and there so that it won't come up so easily. And all this will be inside the pot. Okay, just randomly. Now I go grab a yarn. Okay, I have this yarn here. Same thing, the tail here, I'm gonna tie a knot. And let me see, this is here, the big leaf is here, the smaller one is in front, so I would want the flower to be around here. And bear in mind, this is the green yarn. I'm supposed to leave a long tail from one of these leaves, but I forgot. Then you come here, you go to, you just take a look around and see if you have a stitch that is not that nice, you know, maybe like this one. Then we would hide this at the bottom. It comes here, you go put it back into the same hole, the same stitch plate, the same spot. pull and it will stay. So if you're scared that it will not stay, you make another stitch just next to it, just another stitch, and make another one here, just a tiny one. Hopefully it won't show so much. I mean, like one glance you won't be able to see. So now you see all the leaves are like everywhere. You want some of them to stick to the flowers. So here, where's my, okay, I'm here. Let me make one more stitch here just to hold the flower down. Okay, the flower is quite secure. And now I will make a stitch near the leaf. Maybe make a few more stitches here to make it like stick to the pot. And another one here. So this is kind of wireless. I prefer to make pots without wire, it's easier. So now you go to the next stitch. You work your way up here like as if you're hiding the yarn. Work it up the leaf. Go a bit higher, like to maybe somewhere here. Then make one stitch. Okay, it should be higher. So long it touches this green part here, make one stitch here, just one. Okay, maybe like this will be more secure. Make one stitch here, and you see the leaf will stick to it. So after you've done this, you work your way down the leaf and go back into the soil. So when you pull, see, it doesn't really show, right? It looks as if this leaf comes out naturally just next to the flower. But actually we did make one stitch here. Pull a bit. We will shape it around later. Then you make one stitch here. To kind of hold this side down. Put it back into the same stitch. You can just play around with it and see how you want the leaf to be. Like this leaf, you can just leave it curl up like this, it's okay. So at least this is a free leaf. But all the leaves I only have one stitch. So now every leaf, make at least one more stitch to the side here. Then it will be very secure. There. And if you want, you can make one stitch here at the other side here. You put one stitch on the leaf one stitch on the flower, so that one glance it looks as if this color comes up from here, just right next to it, like this. And put it back into the soil, so it looks like this. So later you can shape it around, so when you turn it around like 360 degree, you can look at it like, wow, this is natural leaf. So I want this leaf to go up like this. This one, okay, I'll make another stitch here to kind of pull it backwards. Make one stitch here on the leaf. Be very careful when you sew this. Make one stitch here and pull it to the back, like one stitch away, and the leaf will automatically stand up like this. And this part, I want it to stick to the flower, so I'll make one stitch here, go back to the same stitch, and see if the leaf will stay. So what do you think? I think you want it to stick on to the, we can do one more stitch here, one more to the back here, and make one more stitch on the leaf, so that it looks as if we are pulling the leaf to the other side. So up to you how you want to pull the leaf. You can pull it to the front, you can pull it to the back. Let me see. Okay. Maybe I want this to stick a bit to the flower. Like this. You won't notice much because it looks as if it's the leaf, color of the leaf. Okay, this one you can leave it like this, or you can push it more to the back. Yeah, I think that looks just about right. So it's your art. You can put it anyhow you like. So once you're done with yours, remember to show me how your potted plant look like. Put a photo of your finished product in my comment section. I would love to see how your sunflower plant look like. And after you cut, don't forget to tie a knot. And now we're going to sew this to the pot. So how we're going to sew this to the pot? We are not going to add stuffing as at now. When we are about 3/4 done, when we stitch up 3/4 of it, only a small opening, we will add stuffing. Now when we add stuffing, it's kind of a bit difficult to sew. So here my yarn is over this side. Oh, it got tangled here. It's okay. I will bring it back to the side. Okay, it's supposed to be here, the sides here. This is the ending, and make sure we start here so that I do not want this to be in the way when I add stuffing. So look at these 4 corners. So this one we have already sewed, So don't really bother about it. We will adjust it again later once we have sewed this on nicely. So you look at the corners. This is a square, but we start in the middle. So it should be somewhere here. I will go to the second row. I'll grab this yarn here, the sides here, and make sure it does not show in front. If it does show, grab another yarn. Grab a yarn that will not show in front. Okay, take a look and see if the square corners are at the right spot. Okay, the square corner is at the right spot. Now you start to sew all around. You sew one stitch here. Now you go through the soy color. Then you go to the next stitch like this. And you pull up this part and make a stitch. And make sure it does not show in front. If it does show, use another one. So be careful when you pull, because you might pull one of the leaves or the flower. So you go through here and you go to the next stitch and check. Make sure it does not show in front. Then you continue to do this until you're 3/4 way. Then you add stuffing. This is the corner. Yep, this is the corner. So once you get one of the corner right, the rest should be easier. And this is a corner, and this is another corner here. See, the corner matches. And make sure you hide all this inside. So I'll come back to you once I'm 3/4 through and show you how I'm gonna add stuffing. Okay, now it's the time to add stuffing. Make sure do not add too much, because if it's too much, your square pot will look round. I did one mistake earlier on. So you make sure your stuffing is just enough. So now seal this part here. It's not easy to sew when the flowers and the leaves are in the way. And now we'll seal with stuffing. We will only shape it later on. So now we just seal this part first. Leave all the rest later. We can shape it around, no worry. sure all these are sealed nicely so that you can't see the stuffing, and pull a bit so that you can only see the soy. So now in order to hide the yarn, I will poke it through the soy from the left to the far right, and again you follow back the stitch and just poke it everywhere and go to the far back. That's how I hide my yarn. Do a few more rounds so that it won't come off so easily. Just poke it around. I do not want to cut the yarn, so I'm gonna do this until there's no more yarn. Better to do a few more rounds so that it's more secure. It won't come off easily. Especially those who love to wash their amigurumi very often. Okay, this last part here, you can just hide it inside. Don't worry if it looks dented now. No worry, because just like a pillow, you can shape it, make it back into shape. So you pinch this both sides to make it look square. If not, your square base here, like it looks as if it's going to waste, right? And then push the soil down, push the pot down, and you will see it can stand on its own. It can stand on its own. So I just show you a few that I've done earlier. This one looks like this. Every single one is different because it depends on the leaf and also the flowers that I have. So thank you for watching. Hope you like this pattern. Remember to subscribe, share and like my videos, and I'll see you in my next post.